Oh, well, mine is Fox. Alright, so they're gonna have Fox, and I think I have two video episodes, or this one in one episode. So this is Buddy Trip or something like that, and then the other one is, I can't really remember the name, but it was amazing. Okay, so basically the first one was Steven and Connie go to a book library, and they find this one book that has a whole bunch of crystal gem statue buildings, stuff like that. So the one they try to think of, and it's a diary, so they start reading about it. It's about Buddy, the first mate of the mayor's ancestor who found Beach City. So they look through it, and it turns out, and also it's kind of funny because they kind of put it in their own set. Like Buddy is played by Jamie, while like all the crystal gems, first they look at regular, but then they look like they're pirate forms in like that picture frame. Where they're like, okay, that's pretty funny and cool. So, though I am wondering when those pirate clothing was worn, since it shows young-looking Pearl during the war, and then that picture show, and then she still looks that same way when she meets Greg. So I don't know, maybe she just switched back and forth. But in that one, Buddy wants to explore to find new places, and he is given a map by Pearl saying you should never go to any of these places. So of course he goes to all of them, and then in the end, he finds out that he's actually just finding all the places that have already been found after Amethyst points it out. After he meets her in the Alpha Kindergarten, he starts crying, gets sad after he tries to find this sandcastle that he says that Amethyst says is somewhere in the desert, which also this sandcastle, I'm assuming, is where that one pillow with the little gem on it that starts building pillars randomly from earlier in the season, which is cool to see that again. That pops up, and there he randomly runs into Rose with her lions. So not quite sure how much of the theories of or my theory also of Lion being Pink Diamond can be true. I think maybe some of Rose's power was transferred into Lion, but I don't know. That someone else told me like a theory like that. You know who you are, but but Rose says after she points out that she found the castle first, though she didn't say like, I found it. She's like, oh, do you leave for that castle? Buddy gets all sad, and so Rose says, don't worry, Buddy, I've looked through all of these before. I've looked through your book, and you write so well in these. You should become an author and write more about these. You write so beautifully. And thus he wrote enough books to fill up a library, and thus he made the Buddy Library. And it turns out the picture on the wall is of Buddy as this older man with like a mustache and like glasses. And Steven goes, I like our version, or Steven kind of goes like, I like our version better. And it's Jamie with like the suit and just ding, end of episode. And also it's a pretty cool episode because one, they show off a gem location that we haven't seen before, but we don't know what it is yet. And they also show that telecommunication tower when it wasn't just Jenga, but yeah, it was pretty cool seeing stuff of those places, and also it's all set up to that new area. But then there's I think my another good episode right after it. Well, I'm not saying the Buddy episode wasn't good. It was a pretty good episode, but that one was more just world building. This one was more boom. And this one was a little bit more like, oh crud! It talks about PTSD. Holy crud! But I will probably say did a lot better than Sword Art Online. It was I'm gonna assume the name was Take a Moment. Basically, Connie comes in. She seems kind of distracted. Doesn't notice Steven is wearing a bald cap. And when they do fusion training today, which one I love seeing how Pearl's like so happy kind of whenever training goes on, and also love that we actually are seeing the training happening after like they talked about it during Sworn to the Sword. How they said like Steven and Connie were both in a train. They also said at some points that they were training, but it was off screen. But now we actually are seeing the training, which is kind of cool. Steven and Connie fuse together and start fighting, but then Stefani sees this little kid when they're gonna go stab a Pearl, and she gets distracted, defuses, and then Garnet tells them, "Hey, first Connie tells Steven that the reason why this is happening is because she apparently kid bumped her in school." And Connie freaking flipped him over her shoulder and slammed him onto the ground. I'm like, holy fudge, that is awesome. No offense. I don't think one, yeah, I'm probably like, ooh, I'm sorry, but you gotta admit that was kind of cool. But no, he flips her over and she feels real bad about it. And Steven says, you should just not think about it. You should just leave it alone, not think about it. And Garnet then says, "Wait, hold up, drop the phone and give it to me." I actually love that because she's just like, okay, that's pretty funny. And she takes Steven and Connie to the beach and basically tells them to meditate as Stefani. It says that if there's an imbalance in their fusion, the fusion will start seeing things, kind of like when what's his face, when they're racing Kevin, and you see like the road breaking up behind them, and so just basically kind of like that. So as they fuse together and do this, there's a song that plays, which is a pretty nice song. It's like a song that I could definitely put the girl I fall asleep to because it's like so calming. It's like take a moment, and basically you see like it's kind of like, I don't know, I'll call it like a midpoint to where like they can kind of see their fusion, but it's really like, meditation or whatever. Where you see Ruby and Sapphire, they seem like they're in some kind of distress, but they take a breath moment and they come back together and fuse like all of their problems, which also their problems are symbolized by flying butterflies, which one, if that's each of their problems, well, no, because Connie had like a whole bunch of problems too in her backpack, but I'll explain that in a bit, hopefully. But like, you see a problem, like Ruby has a little butterfly, and he yells at it, or she yells at it, crying and stuff, and then Sapphire has a similar thing, but she has like hundreds and hundreds of butterflies, and she's yelling at stuff, but they take a moment, collect themselves, and then they refuse, or they take a moment, say they're together for each other. And Steven and Connie do the same thing in this meditation state. It's pretty cool. You see Connie deal with all the things. They says, "I'm here for you, I'm here for you," and it's freaking it's a nice scene. And then right after that, like Connie comes, or the day after, Connie comes back, "I'm ready, I feel good, I talked with what's his face, whoever, feels great." Which also, I got like the Steven Universe comic book, or one of them, Too Cool for School, which now I kind of want to look in the comic book to see if I can find that kid, see if he actually is in this. See, he's in that store in there, but yeah. So Steven and Connie, but then when Connie's ready and leaves, Steven looks over to the sword and sees a butterfly hanging there as being, something that he's not gotten over yet. And that shows when he's Stefani, because when he's Stefani, they're fighting, they're being awesome. And also, it's pretty cool seeing her fight, because they have, like, the same, fluidity as when they do, like, the fusion dances or whatever, which also when Steven and Connie dance, it's just freaking funny. But, they don't, like, really try to, like, match each other, just do whatever, and they just fuse. But, they actually they float and stuff, which is also awesome. But, like, it's so fluid and nice when they're swimming. But then, when they're about to attack, and, Stefani stabs a hollow pearl, and then switches to bismuth, and I'm like, oh, right. Watch! He's probably gonna have some PTSD over stabbing another crystal gem. A gem that apparently Rose, not shattered, but sealed away without telling anyone. But so that happens, and turns back, and you see Jasper freaking transforming, coming up to Steven. I'm like, oh no, not Jasper, not Jasper. And then what was it? Right after that, it switches to all the rubies. Even then, I'm just thinking, Oh wait, no, it doesn't switch to all the rubies. Okay, that maybe it did. I'm not sure. It was eyeball. It was only eyeball. Because it looked big ruby, so I thought it was a fusion of all the rubies together. But no, it was just eyeball. If I remember correctly. And funny thing is that all happened within probably like a couple of weeks of each other. Fudge. So Steven Stevani seeing all this and accidentally falls off the platform as they fall, and Steven and Connie defuse. Steven's crying. Connie saying how you shouldn't feel this way or something, that you should feel this way, that not like in a bad way, but I mean in a sense like you need to know how you feel so the way you can get over this. You need to be able to understand your feelings, stuff like that. And they try and they hug a little bit like in the air, and then they fall through a cloud, and then they refuse. Well, no, they refuse. They see like the ground changing. Also, you see like the butterflies swirl around, and then they turn into Rose, and I'm just like, oh, ah, dangleberries. I'm like, ah, dang it, that's a whole lot of confusion and emotions going around there. But then they fuse with Stevani. Fall. Actually, the head of Rose is before they fall, I believe. They fuse, and then at the end, it just has Stevani like wriggling her legs like she's freaking Yoshi, trying to hover as she slowly falls to the ground, and goes lays down and goes, "We're okay. I'm here." And then the episode just ends. I'm like, okay, that's a perfect way to end that episode. But yeah, it was a really good episode. Poyle was in this one. Poyle. But yeah, it was a pretty good episode, really fun. Well, it was a nice episode. It was fun, especially for the music. It's like really nice and calming. All the butterflies thing, I don't know. It reminded me of something that I've seen. I can't remember. I doubt it was Bleach with like their butterflies, but I swear I've seen something like that where it's like a bunch of butterflies and they swirl together. For some reason, I keep thinking of Miyagi, or like the guy. I think it's the guy who did the Spirit Away and stuff. I'm not sure. Tell me what you guys think, but yeah, like that reminded me of something, and I just can't remember what. It might have been an anime or something. I am pretty sure it was an anime or something like that, but I'm not sure exactly what it was. But I don't know. Either way, 2 pretty good episodes. I like both of them. One is a world builder. The other one is kind of talking a little bit more. One about fusion. It's a world builder also, a little bit more about fusion, but also kind of showing also that like Steven does have some problems with what he's done. He's stabbed Bismuth. He's freaking seen Jasper get corrupted, even though he could have helped. But then again, that really wasn't his fault because she batted him away. And also, and then Ruby, who he kind of just left to float out in the space, but Ruby tried to kill him, so that's kind of, yeah. But, actually, him and Bismuth and them tried to kill him, I think. Well, no. Did Bismuth try? No, Bismuth wanted Steven to shatter her? I can't really remember. I gotta double check. I also gotta upload that video. But, the review of that one. But, yeah, it's a really good episode. I really like it. I was going through DeviantArt and I saw like, oh yeah, I like the new I found a picture of Garnet and it said take a moment and thought. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I clicked it, I saved it, and then it freaking says then I read the description. Oh yeah, I love the new episode last night. I'm like, oh, there was a new episode last night. Let's go find that. Let's go watch that now. But yeah, really good episode. Definitely check out. Either way, thank you so much for watching and watching videos that I've done. Please click the link section below. Sorry, I just movie ticket. I'm like, wait, what movie ticket is that? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Watch videos that I've done. Please click the link section below. Please check out all my videos. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching. And we will see you later. I got Lapis, Greg, and Poyle. I want to get all of them. Take a moment and just stop. Do 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 do. And